I'm TJ, and this is my good friend
Thomas.
I guess we're going to talk about ethanol and alternate fuels, and I guess we can also do sustainable fuels. As far as I know, the American government subsidizes corn farmers, namely in Nebraska and I guess the breadbasket area, to raise some of their corn crops, which makes it an issue for ethanol production. This is off the top of my head, so don't quote me on all this, but the other thing is that they switched to bamboo, which takes fewer nutrients out of the soil, grows faster. They can get the same amount of ethanol out of it as they do with corn. That's all I got on ethanol. Then there's sustainable energy sources like photovoltaics, hydroelectric, and wind power.
Phase.
And let's see here. I think the current numbers are with the current photovoltaics.
They're filming.
If we took up a state the size of Wyoming, or half the surface area in the state of Wyoming was photovoltaics, we could power every major city in the United States. I heard about some infrared panels that would almost, I guess, triple the efficiency of these solar cells. So I guess that's my suggestion for helping the environment is just kind of switching over to different fossil fuels, or from fossil fuels to alternate fuels, and then switching from fossil fuels like coal power production plants to something a little more sustainable like photovoltaics, hydroelectric, and I guess geothermal work too. We didn't touch on that. You can look it up on the internet.
Keeping in perspective, talking about, which is good, a little bit more perspective. I think an easier and quicker way that we can start thinking about it right now is probably talking to our legislators right now about taxing the traditional non-sustainable fuels in such a way that it would be more economically feasible to transition our economies and communities over to the more alternative type fuels.
Yeah, and making those alternate fuels more available is another thing. Right now there's only a few, like you have to network, if you want to take a trip, you have to network your way across the country. You can't really take the route you want, you kind of have to go by where the fuel sources are available. If you could, if every gas station had an ethanol pump or had some way to get compressed natural gas, I think that would make it, if anything, easier. It's like recycling. Like the easier you make it for people to do it, the more likely it is that they're going to.
Really important idea. I think on top of all these good ideas is very important, but a lot of what the concert and Guster is thinking about a great deal is education is huge. A lot of ideas need to be passed around in a lot more open area to where a lot of more people hear about it. If you walk through this campus, not a lot of people know exactly what sustainability is, or any sort of.
Yeah, exactly. It's something. Sorry to cut you off. Something that
I was going nowhere anyway.
Something that I think is an issue, especially in the modern educational system, aside from arts getting cut out, is the fact that a lot of people are apathetic. They just don't know. They're ignorant as to some of the repercussions. Global warming, I mean, that's kind of a hot topic. You know, you got the hockey stick theory, blah, blah, blah. The Earth cycles, so, I guess if we can reference back when we knew the dinosaurs lived in a very humid, hot climate, there's no reason to think we wouldn't come out of an ice age back into a hot, humid climate. But the ozone is being depleted. There are, I guess, ecological repercussions for all the things that we're doing. Our ocean, which is a vast natural resource, is being polluted, and I mean that's an issue, and that comes from byproducts of fossil fuels, common everyday household detergents, cleaners, just plastics, a lot of that too. Just the stuff that goes through the processes to make that actually takes away from the environment. So it's kind of ironic. People who want plastic are going to recycle the plastic, but all the processes that go into, as far as I know, recycling and producing those end up polluting the environment. So it's kind of interesting. We need to work on. We need to work on that, I guess, as well, to all this other stuff. That's our soapbox. This is Tom and Tom.